Practice problems on student journal workbook on page 21. Okay, let's get started. All right, so we have a few other properties being utilized here, starting with number 18. Q to the fifth power, parentheses, third exponent there. When we have this scenario, we know we're multiplying 3 times 5. This gives us q to the 15th power. It's simple enough, we're done. Next one, we're applying the same property. The only difference here is that we have a negative 4 inside, so we can multiply and then simplify after. We have a, negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. We're not done yet. We don't want to leave our answers with negative exponents. So we're going to apply the negative exponent property, which allows us to write 1 over a to the 8th power. We're done. Next, we have a bunch of c's here, and you can go either way, but I would like to start with the top. I'm multiplying powers that have the same base. When that's the case, I can simply write one base and combine the exponents. 4 plus 3 gives you 7. And then here at the bottom, we still have a c to the 6th power. Now we're dividing powers that have the same base. And we have a property that allows us to write one base and simply subtract the exponents. 7 minus 6 is going to be 1. Or you can just leave it as c. Number 21, similar property to that, except one of the bases here is a negative. We know that 4 applies to negative 4 and to d. So the best way to show this is to say, well, negative 4 to the 4th exponent, and then d to the 4th exponent. So we are pretty much done, but we can evaluate this to make it look a little more cleaner. We know it's going to turn out to be a positive. Negative 4 to the 4th power. You know, this is also another time where you can use a calculator. You know, it gives us positive 256. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then d to the 4th power stays as is. Okay. Next one, similar to the previous one. The only difference here is we have a negative exponent, so we're going to need to make sure that we leave that with the positive exponent. So let's go ahead and apply this. The first base is going to be to the 3rd, and then f also has an exponent, negative 3. The negative exponent property allows us to write this as a fraction so that these two are at the bottom and have the positive exponents. So we're going to write negative 3. Now the exponent is positive, f, and the exponent is positive. We can evaluate that part. Negative 3 to the 3rd power gives you negative 27. So after we evaluate, we end up with negative 27 f to the 3rd power. Either is correct. Last one, we have a fraction here and an exponent outside. This exponent does apply both to 4 and x. So to show that, I can write 4 to the negative 3 over x to negative 3. Both have negative exponents. When I switch them, the exponents will become positive. So I'll go ahead and write x now is at the top with the positive exponent. 4 is at the bottom with the positive exponent. Pretty much done. I could evaluate the 4 to the 3rd power, which gives you 64. Therefore, your final answer could look 64. Sorry, I still had 4 in my mind. All right. Check your answers with mine. If you have